Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to your regularly scheduled morning workout talk brought to you by Literary Pharaoh. High of 91, low of 72. Sunny, partly cloudy here in Houston, Texas. Yeah, good morning, guys. Today's Wednesday, what they like to call hump day. On the way to the gym. Gym. I'm a little bit. No, I'll be there on time, but I'm running a little bit behind. Yesterday, got in the house a little bit late because I had to take. My little daughter. She does track. She's 5 years old, and they start at 6. They end at 8. Track practice is not too far from our house. It's about 3 minutes away, 2-3 minutes away. It's not far, but having to get home and get her situated, and then she has to eat, and then my other little one, he wants to play with her because when she comes back, he's like, oh, I have a friend now. I want to play because I have a 3-year-old too, a 3 or 5-year-old and a 9-year-old. So it just put me a little bit behind because usually I'm not the one that takes her to track practice. It's usually my wife that takes her. But hey, it is what it is, huh? It is what it is. What a day it's gonna be. Man, like I said, man, these weeks are flying. I can't believe it's Wednesday already. I feel like it was just Monday the other day. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something. It just popped up in my head right now. Just on the polarizing impact and the polarizing effect of what fear can do, of what the emotion fear can do in the hearts of people, and in the way we psychoanalyze things, and the way we approach things. Fear can be a very good thing, but fear can also be a bad thing depending on how you use it and how you harness it. You see, fear is something that needs to be controlled. It can't be something that's out of control. It's needed as a protective means, as a protective layer, a protective component to keep us away from harm, right? So if we understand the fear of standing in front of a venomous snake, or the fear of standing in front of a moving vehicle that's moving about 80 to 90 miles per hour, that's a healthy dose of fear, because it puts you in a state of safety and puts you away from harm. But there's other types of fear too that's not good. It's the perpetual state of fear that our society tends to put on us. We live in a world that makes its living off of promoting fear, whether it's products that are being sold, whether it's the idea that fear is being used to influence behavior. Fear is used to control people. Remember earlier I said fear needs to be controlled. Oftentimes we've allowed fear to control us. When you look back at the pandemic, some people call it the plandemic, whatever you want to call it, okay? Many people were controlled by fear. And if you don't believe me, if you don't want to believe this guy in the car that's just talking early in the morning, there have been scientific studies that shows that fear has a way of impacting us physically, meaning that fear, which is just an emotion, okay? Fear, which is just an emotion, has a way of impacting you physically. In other words, it has a way of impacting your health. All right? It has a way of impacting your health. You can get sick. You can get sick by being inundated and compressed by the emotion of fear. Especially when the fear is excessive. Anything that's excessive is not good. Remember, I told you, fear is good. Too much fear is bad. Too much fear clouds judgment. Too much fear makes you make decisions that you oftentimes look back and regret, but then you justify your decisions by saying, well, I was kind of afraid. I wanted to make sure that this didn't happen, so I did this. No. I can tell you, not by what I've seen, not by what somebody told me, I can tell you that I myself have made decisions, and especially one major decision off of fear that I regret. It was my first wife. All right. The woman I'm married to now is not my first wife. She's my second wife. My first wife, I made a grand mistake. All right. I don't want to even get into the details, but I married her off of fear, not because I was afraid of her. I had some situations going on with my work, things that she did. If I told you guys a story, I could make a Lifetime movie out of this. In a nutshell, she pretty much, when we were dating, she pretty much sabotaged my job, and then she turned around and was helping me find a job. So basically, let me put it to you like this: it's like me setting a fire to your house and burning your house down, but then I come by to rescue you out of the burning house, and I tell you, hey, you could come stay with me. I'll take care of you. Okay? And then when I'm taking care of you, I'm helping you find another house, and I'm telling you that I'm gonna help you pay for that new house. And then because you end up being afraid, not knowing what's gonna happen next, because you don't have a home, you're in a state of desperation and despair, you end up having a liking to this person that's helping you. That's what happened to me. But I'm using a metaphor. I'm using an analogy there. You know, my literal house wasn't burnt down, but I don't want to get into the details of that, of what happened. But I made a decision to marry her off of fear, because I said, oh, this woman, she loves me. She does this. No, she doesn't. She's the one that caused my destruction. She's the one that caused every problem that I had was caused by her. I didn't know that until later, after I started to do some research and digging. All right. So I married her not because of love. I looked at her because I was like, man, this girl, she's, no matter what's going on with me, she sticks around. You know, she's not about money. She's not about this. All of those things were lies. She manipulated me. And I married. If I was moving with a more balanced emotional state, and not overwhelmed by the emotion of fear, I believe that I would not have married her. And I told my mom that, after the marriage didn't work out, I said, this is why I really did that. My mom was like, what? I'm like, yeah, I did that. Because, as a man, I'm thinking future. I'm thinking, okay, if I have a family and things go awry, she's a, what do they call it? A ride or die kind of chick, right? She's the kind of girl that's going to stick around, right? She's going to, no matter what happens, she's going to have my back. That's what I thought. And at that time, I was in my 30s. I was like, yeah, I'm looking for a wife. Because it gets to a certain time, a man is looking for a wife material, not just looks. Now, she was attractive. I'm not saying she was ugly looking. That's not the point. Her physique and her physical traits is not in question. But it was her character that was in question. And I made a decision off of fear. So the marriage was horrible too. I mean, when you're talking about physical abuse and verbal abuse, the whole nine, she did that to me. I told her one day, I said, do you think you're the only one that can hit somebody? I can do the same thing you're doing, right? And I can do it much harder than you. But there would be times I would just get my laptop, get my cell phone, and just get out the house, because that's how in fear of my life I was. Not just a fear of her hurting me, a fear of what I'll do when I retaliate. Because there's only so much a man can take. And I remember it got so bad when I'm asleep, I'm thinking of ways that I can destroy her, literally. Because she was that aggressive. She was that aggressive towards me, man. Physical, verbal. I mean, her anger, her temperament and ways of getting angry was crazy. But anyway, that's what fear put me in. That's the kind of state that fear put me in. So I want you guys to be very careful about that. Fear is a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. It depends on the way you use it, and it depends on the way. It depends on and how often you are controlled by it. When fear starts to control you, then you have to pull back. No one ever makes good decisions when they are afraid. No one. All right. So I'm here at the gym. I told you guys I kind of got a late start. I'm trying to back up right now and park. But yeah, thank you guys for indulging me for another session of morning workout talk. And it's Wednesday, hump day. We're almost on the weekend. We're almost at the weekend. Yay. All right, thank you guys for listening. All right, see you guys again on Friday. All right, bye.